Okay, I'm going to bring the meeting to order. Let's get some order over here. Pay attention to the test on Monday.
What are you going to do, fire me?
I think so. I might tonight.
You can't.
If everyone would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Anyone signed up?
No.
Okay. We have an amendment to the agenda.
Would like to make a motion to amend the agenda to remove from the second reading of deleted policies 604.5 salary schedule and 604.9 meet and confer, and second reading of new policy 5810 extra hours and overtime for classified employees.
Second.
Been moved, second. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. I need a motion for the consent agenda.
I make a motion we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Now, is there any comments or questions on any of these items? Geraldine?
I do not. I would just like to make a note that we're going out for approval on the bids, and those, that's just approval, not
For the
bids
bids.
will come in.
Approvals will go out to bid, not
Yep.
approving the bid. Right, there's no bids to approve, they're approving to go out to bid, that is correct.
We received extra content from Matt Brass. Does he have anything to add to it, or?
Matt, you want to, do you have anything you want to address with this little ditty that you gave us?
No,
I think it's self-explanatory, but
It's very similar. It's nearly identical to last year's. We have the same contract that we can use,
right.
and I have already received some bids, and it was still the lowest.
So how close are we to 1-to-1 now?
We'll be over 1-to-1.
Oh, really?
I mean, what we're doing is the iPad 2s. You want me to go up there? Am I good?
Yeah.
You're
If you don't mind. No, come on.
Okay.
Let's make it official.
You
the way
just, you know,
way that
that's
works-
next month you get to do that.
We had the iPad 2s have to be coming on 5 or 6 years old. The iPad 4 is 2 years younger, I think. And then we started into the Chromebooks 2 years ago, another set last year. With this year, what we're doing is we're buying the sophomore junior, Sandpoint High School. We're adding 2 more sets to LPO. Clark Fork's already done. And then we're taking those Chromebooks out of the high school, and the 7th and 8th grade will all have Chromebooks, and we're putting them in the 6th grades now. We're starting to push the Chromebooks a little farther into the elementary schools. I think it's a better tool.
Are you backing out of the iPad thing altogether?
Not altogether, but I think it's a better tool for the younger kids, not necessarily as they get older and they're using Google Drive, need to be writing, typing essays. And then when you compare the cost, you can get keyboards for iPads and type on them, but then you're well over $400 for an iPad. You're like $425 to $450.
Wow.
Whereas a Chromebook, you're under $200 with the device in itself. So I think it's better money, better used. So yeah, we'll be 1-to-1 this summer.
So while I have you, I have a couple other questions. So
All right.
I know that we're moving from a WAN to hardwired for our schools. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And we have, if memory serves me, servers at all the schools.
Mhm.
But our ultimate goal is to have a central server in the central office. Is
Yeah.
that correct?
And we do have a central server, but we have basically have node servers at all the locations. And what that does is if there's a connection lost between the district office and one of the schools, which happens fairly frequently when you look at the tickets with Affinity, those servers kick on and allow people to authenticate to Windows and do basic things. They can't browse the web, but they can at least do Schoolmaster and get some other things done. When the WAN goes into place and we have the fiber lit, the need for those servers in the schools will go away. We won't have to have the servers there. We'll just have switches and access points.
So then everyone's going to be dependent upon the central office,
Yes,
where we have no power backup, other than 45 minutes.
true. That's our single point, is failure. If the power goes off for more than a half hour. then
So once again, I'm bringing
everybody's
this
go.
up. I know it sounds like a recurring nightmare,
Yeah.
but
It's part of something that we will need to budget for in the coming school year or the year after. I don't believe it's in the budget right now to do that.
So, I think it comes under the heading of critical infrastructure, because now that we're integrated into the classroom, it's just not a matter of, someone in the central office can't do their books and records today. It's classrooms can't
Right.
use them.
But last year, what I would like to look at is, it's not as big of an issue as you might guess for the cost at this point. Because as Matt said, some of the critical things can still be done in the classroom for a certain period of time, access to some of the critical pieces.
You're just going to slow walk me right
That's
out
right.
the door, aren't you?
I know, because we've got about 15 minutes left, and then you can make public comment at the next meeting
Yeah.
related to this.
Yeah.
So the backup is
Three
about
minutes.
45 minutes right now.
Oh, okay.
This year, the power did go out we had one in September for 40 minutes, and we had one in November for about 30 minutes, and the UPS did hold up. The big thing is the phones also go down when all that goes down.
So what happens when we're not around? Okay, so the power goes out, we're not here. The UPS is supposed to allow you to shut everything down in a controlled manner, so things just don't do a hard shutdown.
There's a hard, that happened last night with the power, with the storm. Everything took a hard shutdown, and it took a couple hours this morning to bring everything back online correctly, so we were without internet. But one thing we do have is we do have a NetApp upgrade with some of our servers that goes to a stronger host. But you do always risk that if you do just everything catastrophically shuts down without, when we're in the office, Christian starts meticulously taking them down at the half-hour mark, just so that we get them down.
Okay, I will be a recurring nightmare in this topic until we finally
Okay.
get there.
I see we have Mr. Supergear here too, so he'll remember this conversation.
That's right.
Gary's a businessman, he understands the value of going out of business, and now, where the deeper we go into integrating everything into the central office, the more critical it becomes.
Yeah, but for sure. And one thing we also have to remember though, and I have to remind staff all the time, at our district office and in our schools, we don't have to, we can shut down all the computers and have absolutely wonderful learning going on for the next 5 weeks if we wanted. So it's not like everything is just done. And
A lot of curriculum now, we got like a Go Math is online.
Yes, but we have paper, pencil, we have all kinds of things that do not require technology. I don't want it to make it sound like, oh my gosh, nothing goes
We're so
on.
dependent.
No, nothing goes on, but then we got Schoolmaster.
Right.
There's a lot, I don't have to tell you all the things that we're doing.
No, I understand, but part of what Matt explained was Schoolmaster and some of those pieces stay online. There's,
For now,
right, yeah.
for now,
Yeah,
but it
So
won't be.
will they stay online when those node servers go away?
Then everything moves to the central office. That's my point.
Yeah.
And now you have Matt?
Then even basics.
And one good thing is that this summer, we are removing a portion of the electrical, a big old UPS that's not being used that we got for free from Water Creek years ago, and doing a bunch of rewiring to the server room, which will...
But that's the one that the batteries are all dead, that we've
Right.
got to buy new batteries for a big cost.
Right, which, once those upgrades are made this summer, it's going to make it much more streamlined someday
To do that.
if the generator is decided upon.
Last time we looked in this, what was it, 10 or 15 grand? It wasn't a huge.
I don't know, do you remember, Matt?
Do you know? Give me notes, because it was in the same meeting, same sort of stuff. The
He's
generator
mumbling.
panel is about 12.9, and installation is about 6 to 7.
Okay, so 20 grand.
So
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, so that's something that, as the new board comes on,
You're just
it will not be lost.
shuffling me right up.
No.
I don't even know why I showed up.
It's not on the agenda, but I would make one more comment if we are finished with Matt.
Yes,
Grass.
please.
Just a point of clarification, we read through the policy and procedures to administer federal funds, and that is the responsibility for administering according to all of those regulations is on our CFO, Lisa? Is that
Yes,
correct?
yep,
Okay.
absolutely. Every check and balance related to spending goes through
Right.
Lisa.
Okay.
And I'm sure you read every word.
I read through that, but it was a
Yeah,
big
it's a-
document.
It is a huge document.
And
It was a ton of work, and of course, it's probably the model for the state, so,
Okay.
because Lisa did it.
Yeah, and actually, it's capturing current practice, and so it's the fact that we have all the A+ audits year in and year out, it just captures, okay, this is what we're doing, and so it was just a pain putting it all into one document
Right.
for.
And so I have no other questions on the consent agenda.
Anyone else? No? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, you want to do the authorizations?
Yes, okay, so we have, I think,
3?
we talked a little bit, maybe Geraldine and I one-on-one, but I had forgotten that both Mr. Yarno and Mr. Stafford actually have 3 years to get up to speed.
Oh,
on the
3?
Yeah.
Oh.
So they're right on track, but it has to be renewed every year, so their plan is to be done within 3 years. And then Dalton Hawkins has a physics endorsement, but not a mathematics endorsement, even though he has 26 credits in mathematics. So for him, it'll just simply be having a mentor, teaching, and then passing the praxis at the end of this year, then he'll be endorsed in mathematics. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Nice.
That's all
Does
there
he
is.
have to take any tests or anything?
Yes, he takes the praxis at the end
All
of
in
this year.
one or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do
So
those. Yeah, you
he'll
can do
nail
one
it.
on one.
Yeah,
I think he
can
probably
ace-
could today.
He
but-
can ace it.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'd like to make a motion to approve alternate authorization teacher to new certification for George Yarno, Ezra Stafford, and Dalton Hawkins.
Second.
Been moved, second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. And then the calendar? You
Yeah.
wanted to move the staff day to opening day for elk season, right?
Exactly, that's right, that's right.
Finally.
And there's another part to it.
Oh.
So currently, we have October 6th as a professional development day, and Hurley would probably remember, I wasn't here, but it was probably 7, 8 years ago that we also had the day before that Friday as a professional development day as well. So we're asking to add another day for October 5th. The focus at the elementary level would be on mathematics training. It would come at a great time because we'll be in our second year of our new curriculum next year. And then making training on data analysis. What are we going to do with the map data that comes in the fall? The teachers will just have completed map. And how does that change what we do with the students for the rest of the year? So we'll be training around that. At the secondary level, we haven't totally figured out what the training will be, but the focus will be on similar evidence-based practice. And all principals were, Andrew and I just informally pulled them, because one of the biggest concerns that they have is we do not have enough time to train our teachers and to provide them with the kind of support that they need to be successful, but we ask a lot. So the principals were very pleased that we would come to the board and ask for this today.
Doesn't Natasha assist with that, though?
Tasha will help us with the professional development. Our instructional coaches both Kathy and Tasha, and Andrew will
On
be
the 5th.
leading the charge on the 5th.
But aren't they available through the year to help with that?
Oh, they definitely are. So they'll do kind of just-in-time training during the school year, and then we want to front load as well with one day with everybody.
Nice.
Because they don't work with everybody during the school year.
Now, has the elementary program changed at all, or you're just adding more to it?
Well, it's the new curriculum.
Oh, the math is
Yeah.
the new materials, yes.
Is it going to be something the parents can understand?
We haven't had, to be honest with you, we had a pretty large outcry in the first 2 years of
Oh,
the new
yeah,
standards.
I know.
I virtually hear nothing anymore. I mean, it gets dealt with at the building level, and I think our teachers are far more sensitive about what goes home. And we tend to send things home that are very familiar to our families, which is the right thing to do, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's just practice. But yeah, no, there hasn't been a lot of,
Well, good,
yeah,
because
thankfully.
I remember the
Oh, yeah, yeah, for sure.
early parts.
So, but I didn't know on this, is it required, do we have to do a motion or anything
Yeah.
for the calendar? Okay,
Yeah.
so, but that's what we'd like to do.
Okay, well, I would make a motion that there's a calendar revision to add an additional non-student day on October 5th, 2017 to the 2017-18 calendar.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions, comments?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Okay, so these are all the second readings.
There's a resolution.
Oh, the resolution, oh, yeah, thank you. All right, good. Resolution 1709, Region 1 Cooperative Service Agreement. Oh, is this Bobby's?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Bill, let's do a motion first.
Yeah.
Well, I make a motion, we approve the nutrition requirements as listed by,
Cooperative service agreement.
yeah. And I know there's no price on that because if they just group together as a conglomerate and get the
Right.
best price they can.
You want to give us a little short, 30-second blip on that?
I
It's the
do
same thing
not-
we did last year, correct?
Yeah,
It's the same thing we approve of.
It's the same, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
have any information other than what's in the packet.
Okay.
If you have questions that we could come back at the next meeting for Bobby with, I'd be happy to do so.
Right.
It's self-explanatory.
It
is.
So I'll second that motion.
Thank you. Can you, I thought there was a reason that we didn't put that on the consent part, and I'm not remembering why that is. It seems like.
I don't know if, was it a legal thing?
Because it was a resolution.
Oh, resolution
resolution,
versus.
got
Because
it.
it's a resolution.
Got it, we need a resolution.
1709.
Got it, very good. Got it. Okay. So it's been
Moved
moved
and
and seconded. Any more questions? No, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. And now we got to the board policies. We have second readings, and let's go ahead and do the motion first, and then we'll dip back and see if anyone's got any questions
Okay.
on the, since we've already done the first reading and went through the details.
And this is the same except for the few that we've deleted. So I'm going to make a motion to approve deletion of policies 403.2, 403.4, 404.2, 404.5, 404.12, 404.13, 405.7, 405.27, 602.7, 602.9, 602.10, 603.4, 603.8, 603.9, 603.10, 603.11, 604.2, 604.4, 604.10, 604.14, 604.18, and 604.19.
Second.
Been moved and second. Any questions? Does anyone, we've covered these with the first reading, so
Yep.
this is just,
Deleting the old policy numbers.
yeah.
Yep.
Everyone good?
Sure.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Second reading of the,
Of adopting.
adopting.
So
Thank
I'm
you.
going to make a motion to approve adoption of new policies, 5215, 5293, 5320, 5737, 5402, 5403, 5404, 5410, 5440, and 5460, and adoption of revised policies 2200, 5210, 5250, 5705, and 5740.
Second. Moved and seconded. Joan,
Sure.
any questions?
No.
Okay, good. Anyone else? No?
No,
All in favor?
Melanie was thorough.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Joan, did you want to say something?
I did. I just wanted to say what a pleasure it has been to deal with 3 superintendents, all of them wonderful, various different changes in the school board, and I have loved it very, very much. It's been my pleasure. And I would just like to close with something from Robert Frost, the last 2 lines of a poem. Lived in Maine for 4 years and loved the forest and the trees, and Sandpoint reminds me very much of parts of Maine. And so the last thing Robert Frost said in his name of the poem is Walking Through the Woods on a Winter Evening. Woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. So thank you all, and I do have miles and many things more to do. So I thank you all, teachers, principals, anybody who's here. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Joan.
Thanks, Joan. Anyone else have any announcements? Yeah. Thanks, Joan.
I hope you prepared a poem, because
I left the poem at home.
Joan set the bar.
I left the poem at home. I am so sorry. It's not as eloquent as hers, I can assure you.
So,
I have thoroughly enjoyed this. someone recently asked me, you know, are you happy you're moving on, or some such question. And it finally occurred to me, because it's a lot of conflicting emotions with leaving and all that kind of stuff, doing this so long. And I says, you know, it's like having a child leave the house. I mean, they've left and they're gone, but they're not really gone. And so this is a warning.
You saying you're not really
This
leaving?
is a warning. Yeah.
Do we need to
You're
keep
gonna
a
be
spare
coming
bedroom?
I might occasionally have a chair down at the end there at the adjunct, a board member at large. But I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I really have. It's been a fun ride. It's been really a fun ride for a lot of reasons. We have fantastic people that I enjoy working with, but it's been a ride in the upward direction, and that's very satisfying. And we're now to a point where the community can really be proud of the district. And believe me, when we started, we were going, if you just trust us, we'll get better, and we did, incrementally, and just kept putting our head down. And now with Sean, I mean, I really think we have a shot at busted into that first place. We're number 2 right now, right? Is that what I heard?
Depends on which metric we use, right?
That's right.
We're probably number 1 at some.
We get to choose our own metrics. I think that's what I've heard.
That's true.
All right, and I only have one other announcement, and that is there is a every other week Friday radio show. I heard the host is very dynamic too, by the way. It's all about schools.
I've heard that.
It's all about the LPOSD, and we've had fantastic response from staff that they have stories to tell, and now we're going to try to provide a platform. Matt Brass has been helping us out with the social media, trying to get podcasts and a bunch of stuff, and really, one of the consistent issues that we've had as long as I've been here is trying to bridge the messaging, because we have great stuff going on here and not everybody knows. So it's just one more effort, one little teeny thing to try to do it, and I'm really thrilled to do it. I'm thrilled to response. I mean, summer's already booked.
That's
we
great.
have somebody for every show already, so it's going to be great. So
Well, I have one
Before you
thing.
hit the gavel, though,
Okay.
we gotta get.
We
You guys
gotta
have to
say
have the
anything.
last word,
Yeah.
though.
So
So, you want to go first?
I'll go first. I'm leaving you the last.
I don't want to have the last word. Steve has to have the last
is
word.
Don Rickle still
I'm
alive?
kind
or
of
he's-
ultimate. You're ultimate.
Okay, you go.
So it has been, it's been a pleasure to learn from both Joan and Steve. You have been just a great teacher along the way, bringing me along, showing me what we do as a board and how we work. And thank you. I appreciate that. From the first day I said I was going to put my name in the hat, you have been helpful all along the way. Good advice all along. So thank you.
And you've been a good student. And I'm handing you the keys to a well-oiled machine. Please don't screw it up.
Pearlie's here to help with that. Anyway, I appreciate it.
Pearlie's going to help keep you between the ditches. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, you want to take a parting shot too?
Well, I do. No, I do want to say thanks to Chase and to Bear and to Laura Lee. And I feel like I know you guys so well because of how proud of your dad is
The
of you
stories.
two and your sister, and Laura Lee. I've heard so much about you, and I appreciate you guys and Gordon as well being supportive of people that serve on the board. I mean, I did the math the other day, and I think your dad specifically and your husband has been to at least 275 board meetings, which blows my mind when you think about it. And Joan's over 300. And talk about commitment to public service. I mean, what a great model for everybody. And I know our community is better for your service, both of you. We have no doubt. Just think of the ripple effect and the impact that you all have had. It's just stellar. I know I'm not saying goodbye to you guys for sure.
No.
Not getting rid of me that easy.
Steve and I like to banter back and forth, and I've learned an awful lot from both of you over the years, and it shall continue. So thank you both very much.
No doubt. And by the way, in case anyone's was wondering, why did that SOB actually, want to get on the board in the first place? I want to tell you, the person really responsible for that is my wife. I was minding my own business and just, doing my thing, and a seat came open and she says, you should go apply for that. And I was stunned, and I thought she was kidding, and then I found out she was serious, and so I, like a dutiful husband, I went off and put in, and then the rest
14 years later.
Yeah.
So she thought 250 meetings, that he's going to be out of the house? That's
Right.
I tried not to say. I tried to keep it.
I know, no, that's good. I would be disappointed if you didn't get at least one in there. You have something?
Yeah, I'd like to add my accolades, as a parent and patron and replacement board member, future in this district. I would also like to thank Steve and Joan for their service. It's been very selfless and very wise, and long duration service to this community. I know you don't get compensation. I know you don't get much accolades, but we've made tremendous progress. This district is in a tremendous place, and you two are a big part of that. I feel like I'm inheriting. I just hope that I don't screw it up. I feel like I'm inheriting a district that's in a very good position, and I look forward to working, and I look forward to your continued participation.
Thanks, Gary. Appreciate that.
Thank
Very
you.
kind of you.
And now I get to say,
Burley, uh-oh.
I can remember starting in this district as a teacher
Oh,
many years ago, even before Joan was on the board. And I can remember a vote of no confidence that the teachers took in the board and the superintendent many years ago. We have come so far since then. And Joan, you were on that original board that really started turning that around. I really appreciate it, because it was not a friendly place to work
No.
back then.
No.
that was a dark point in history,
Yeah.
but serves as a lesson, though. I mean, we
Yeah.
look back on that, there's occasions where we look back and say, okay, we don't want to go there. We already know what that looks like, and
Well, Mark Lockwood was the chief of police and lived right across the street from us when we first moved here. And he came over one Sunday and he said, I know your background. You were going to run for the school board, and you're going to run because I'm going to stay here until you say yes.
so he's the one that's really responsible. Then.
Yes.
Okay, all right, that's good to know. Anyone else have any parting shots?
No.
Good.
Good work, Deb.
Thank you very much, and thank you for everyone. I mean, half the audience is my family. Meeting adjourned. Thank you all for coming.